Hey everybody, hopefully you can hear me and it's not too windy. I'm trying to stay out of the wind, but we've had really windy weather lately. So today we're going to talk about fencing, specifically fencing for horses and cows. So I'm actually standing over by my horse pen right now, just so you can kind of see my setup. So I've got a couple different fencing just in the horse pen alone. If we go, the sun's probably going to bleach this out, but along that back fence there, and even along the back wires back there and back there, that is actually all 4 strands. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 strands. I had to count real fast. Sorry, 5 strands. I thought there was another one. It's 5 strands of smooth wire. 2 of those strands are hot. The very top one, if we're counting from the top, so number 1 and number 3 are hot. The bottom 2 are not. I do this simply to keep the horses from leaning on the fence. The top is about my height. It's about as tall as this solid fence here. And that basically keeps them, if horses have long necks, right? So they can reach up and over. If that top wire was not hot, they'd actually reach over. I've seen them do it when it goes dead, and they'll actually try and reach the grass on the other side and start stretching those wires and break them. Up along the front here, we've got, it's not split rail, it's actually 2x6s. Why do I have 2x6s here? That seems like an awful lot of work. It was a lot of work. However, I used to have cattle panels here. What happens is all of their feed, that's their hay bale, and we pitch it into the feeders. I'm getting ready to feed them again, and that's leftovers from today, so I probably fed them a little much because they're wasting a bunch of it. But what happens is they start pushing on this fence. If it was cattle panels, and it was, they push it, and they actually had it leaned over, so it was like this tall. Trying to get to the hay, the grass that grow on the other side of this. There used to be grass here. The chickens kind of keep it mowed now. Chickens and ducks and geese, like there's really nothing grows over here anymore, which is fine because then I don't have to mow it. So yeah, higher pressure. So this is our high pressure area, is right here along this fence. It runs along the coop, back there, and into their shelter. So there's that. On the other side of that shelter, there's a short fence and the wooden gate, and then we start the wire again. Right there. So those are not as high pressure. I actually used to, and you can still see the line. You can actually see the line where we actually just pulled it out this winter, early spring, when I could finally pull the post. There's actually a line there. That used to be cattle panels. To keep the horses from leaning on it, I had run a hot wire along the top of it so they wouldn't push on it. It didn't work the greatest, honestly, because the wire wasn't thick enough. It didn't stay hot. We went ahead and just took it out rather than fixing it because I needed more space. It worked great because then I had pasture space, but that worked well when I had 2 horses. I now have 3 horses and a pony, and there just wasn't enough space for everybody to stay happy in this small pen. And I didn't have good luck getting anything to grow in that pen anyway. So we just ripped it out, and now the horses, which is why there's out there hanging out, because they are eating what little bit of grass is trying to come up. So it probably won't be much more than a dirt lot by the end of the summer.